Here's how you can start generating more revenue right now. Listen, as a small business owner, I know you want to generate more revenue, grow your business, and attract more high-quality clients, but you don't know how to do it. And that causes you to feel frustrated. I understand your worries and concerns. What I will tell you is this strategy I'm about to share with you has helped thousands of small business owners around the country as I've consulted with them because it helps them stand out and become the go-to choice for their product or service in their local area. And guess what? They love it. Here it is. You need to become the specialist. Let me ask you a question. If you were to have a delicate and important medical procedure, would you go to your general practitioner doctor, the one who knows a lot about everything, but not a lot about the detail medical issues? Or would you go to the specialist, the person who works on shoulders every day of the year? That person knows every muscle, every fiber of your shoulder, so that person would know what is causing your problem. You'd probably go to the specialist, wouldn't you? And here's why. You want to go to the person who knows every aspect about your problem, who doesn't know just a little bit about it, but they have mastered it, and you regard them as a specialist. And you know what? You'd be willing to probably pay more. You'd be willing to wait longer to get in to see them, and you would value their advice even more because they're a specialist. I have a question for you. Are you getting paid what you're worth? Now take a moment and think about that. Are you truly getting paid how you value yourself? Are you getting paid the hourly rate or the retainer fee or the project rate that you know your expertise commands? Or are you in a competitive pricing game with everybody else in your field and you have to be the lowest cost provider to win their business? You see, that's a huge problem. I want each of you watching to get paid what you're worth. And the key to doing that is to identify yourself as a specialist in your field. Listen, everybody wants to work with a specialist. If you were wanting to help your student excel academically or athletically, would you find someone who had a basic knowledge? Maybe they'd watched a YouTube video on how to be a better soccer player. Or would you go to the high school soccer coach or the local college coach or someone that had a reputation as an expert? That's who you would go to because you want to achieve more success in less time. So we're going to talk today about how can you identify and position yourself as the trusted and the go-to specialist in your area. First of all, I want to tell you about chocolate, one of my favorite topics. So if you were going to buy your wife a nice gift for Valentine's Day or her birthday, well, and she liked chocolate, you could choose between Hershey's, which Hershey bars are great, the quality is good, but they're low cost, or you could buy her some Godiva chocolate. Now, the Godiva chocolate is nicely wrapped. It looks elegant, but you're going to pay about 5 times more for the Godiva chocolate. Now, if you were to do a blind taste test, most people would probably say the Godiva and the Hershey's actually taste fairly similar, but Godiva has positioned their product as the go-to for luxury. And when people want to make a statement, they buy Godiva. You see, what Godiva's really done when you pull back the curtain is they've declared they are the specialist when it comes to chocolate. No longer, after watching this video, do I want you to be the Hershey bar in your industry. I want you to be the Godiva in your industry. I want people to want to pay you more. They expect to pay you more because of the quality and the level of specialization you have in solving their highest pain points. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down the top 5 problems that your customers experience and why they buy your product or service. And I want you to spend some time writing out each problem and how they feel prior to them working with you and how they feel after using your product or service. You see, the whole goal here is you become a specialist by identifying the core problems people have and how you are the solution to their problem. You are a highly paid solution provider and value adder. Now, that's too big of a title to put on a business card, right? But that's what you are. And going forward, when you know the core problems you solve, then you can become more confident that you are the specialist to solve those problems. Now, I want to pause for a moment. Subscribe now to this YouTube channel. I don't want you to miss a single episode so that you'll be notified the moment a new video drops. You'll be the first to know. So subscribe now to this YouTube channel. And also hit us up on Instagram at Derek T. Kinney. That's Derek T. Kinney. We produce videos every day to help you make more money, save more money, and do more good. And most importantly, grow your business to the business you've always wanted it to be. All right. Now, what I want to do now is tell you what's at stake, okay? If you are not a specialist and you continue to be what I call a generalist, all things to all people, people choose you based on price, they choose you based on whatever they think you do without providing clarity, here's what's at stake. First of all, people won't find you. You're making it harder for the people that have the problem to find you with the solution. And that's just not right. Listen, as a small business owner, the number one criminal offense that you can cause is you're robbing people of your product or service if they don't know about you. That is a business criminal offense, and you can't be guilty of that. Also, don't compete on price. That is a losing game. Listen, when I bring in an expert to consult with me, whether it's a consultant, whether it's an athletic trainer, whether it's someone I want to help improve my life, my relationships, or my business, I seek out the person who knows what they're doing, who's an expert. And I expect to pay more for that because I'm going to get more value from that. If someone says to me, hey, Derek, I could help consult your business and it's going to be $10 an hour, versus someone who says, you know what, I'm $500 an hour. Well, one of them is vastly more expensive, but automatically, I think, and tell me if you agree with this, that person must have knowledge. That's why they're charging so much more. So the bottom line is, don't run from lower fees, run into higher fees by creating the mentality that you are the specialist. And also, you no longer want to be a mile wide and an inch deep. You want to use verbiage that I teach my other small business clients around the country that I specialize in. My team and I specialize in. We are experts in this. That language will endear people to you because you are now the expert. Imagine if you were interviewing a doctor, as I mentioned earlier, the doctor said, you know, I know a little bit about everything and I take everybody and we don't charge a whole lot. Versus you talk to the surgeon who says, I work on the most important people's shoulders in the country and I'm happy to work on yours as well. Well, suddenly now that's the person you want to work with, right? So that's what's at stake. If you no longer declare yourself as a specialist, it is costing you money and you're robbing people. It's a flat out burglary that you have taken away the opportunity to solve people's problems. You have robbed them. All right, let me share with you now my specialist story and how you can craft your own and use this dialogue on a regular basis. So I want to take you back. I sold my very highly successful financial planning practice 2 years ago to go full-time into small business owner consulting to help business owners like you dominate your local market like I have dominated my local market for over 25 years. And here's the first step of how I did that. When clients would come into my office, picture a nice, beautiful office setting. There's pictures of my kids, my family all around. So people begin to relax, drop their guard. It endears them to me as a family person, a community person. And what I would say to them is there are many financial advisors in my local area that you can choose from. There's no shortage of them. Here's what separates us. While many financial advisors are generalists, they know a lot about a little bit, we specialize in what's called retirement income planning. So we have a very narrow, small slice of the pie, but we are experts at it. So people that come to us, they're worried about, do they have enough money to retire? How should they invest to not lose their money? How can they protect their hard-earned money? And how can they live the retirement they have always wanted? And because of the thousands of people that we've guided through this process, we can help you avoid those mistakes and save you valuable time and valuable money. So that's what the expertise is that we have. So while there's lots of other great advisors out there, there's not many that specialize and no one that does it as well as we do in terms of the specialty that we have. All right, so time out. Think about what I just said there. Did I berate any other financial advisors? No. Did I say there were a lot of them out there? Yes. What you're telling people is, look, I know that you know I'm not the only advisor in town, but if you have these concerns, we are the expert. We're the specialist to help you solve that problem. Now, you can do that same exercise if you're a financial advisor, a CPA, an attorney, you own the local coffee shop, you own a consulting company, whatever your local business is, you can custom tailor that so that you become not known as you're just the product or service salesperson. You are a problem solver and a solution provider. Listen, if you're a small business owner right now and you're tired of not getting paid what you're worth, it's just not right. And you've reached the point of, I want to do something different. I want to get unstuck. Today is the day to become a specialist and an expert in what you do, and you'll begin to be more respected in your local community. You'll begin to get paid more for what you do, but you'll feel better about yourself because you're providing real value to people, and your expertise will grow and grow. And over the years, you'll become not just the go-to person in your local area, but possibly in your region, in your state, and even in the nation. And that means more great business revenue for you.